Okay. Some of this. Click on some of these. Western Justice, hello, hello. This belongs over here. This one belongs over here. And this one belongs over here. Now I just need to figure out where my pen went. There it is. Okay. Welcome back, everybody. It's Wednesday. It is Draw Rugby Day. That's where we're at. Is your female Dakota ninja on the list? Yes, it is. Yeah, I got it. Lord S, how are you? I'm doing alright. I'm doing pretty good today. HB, hello, hello. It's over here. Okay. I think we're set. I think we're set in. Oh, it's going to be one of those days, apparently. Horror show rugby. Too many teeth. Too many teeth. That's right. How's the cat? Cat's doing good. He's sleeping today. He ran around all over the place this morning, so talking himself out. He's doing all right. Went on a little bit of a trip. Did a hike yesterday for the 4th. And it's doing all right. It's doing okay. Things are happening, which I don't know if it's good or bad. So I think I'm just in that really slow healing phase. So we'll see how it goes. But overall, I think I'm doing all right. Overall, I think I'm doing all right. I saw a lady at the store today grab a box and like really have to sit down and try to read it. And I was like, I've been just taking my vision for granted my whole life. And I should be very happy with the vision that I have. So maybe everyone just take a minute today and be thankful for that, because it's important. Take care of yourself. An idea for you to draw necromancer, bard, multi-class zombies as musical instruments. I've seen a couple of variations of that, where you either have like a backup band of zombies or skeletons, or like the skeletons themselves are like a quartet, or like they are a xylophone. That's another one I've seen a couple of times. It's a pretty funny idea. I have to wear sunglasses. Wow. Did they have to take out your there's apparently a layer of basically like sunglasses in your eyes. So you have to be careful with that. Because yeah. Of which I think I might have to have mine removed. We'll find out. I didn't think about that. The ramifications of that, of having to wear sunglasses. I should probably just be wearing sunglasses more anyways. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's 4th went well. Hope everybody's cats and dogs are chill. Dixel lost his mind, and then this morning it's just like spinning circles around the house. People's are massive, so they absorb all the light. Ah. Interesting. Zombie flesh is twisted into the strings for the harp. Oh, weird. It seems kind of like twisted to have a living harp. Don't know how good it would sound either. I've had there's when the zombie fad thing was going on, people were like, zombies would make great body armor. I'm like, I guess. I mean, it's not like zombies regenerate. So the fact that they're zombies doesn't really help anything. It's an undead harp. I guess so. Yeah, that seems like a pretty evil thing to do. It would be like reanimating the cat gut on a violin. I don't understand the purpose of it. Or people like, what happens if you cast True Resurrection on leather armor? It's like, well, I guess it just revives the cow. But like, the cow wouldn't be armor. That's not how resurrection works. It would just be a cow. That's pure chaos. Yeah, I think that's pretty malicious. I don't know if that's chaos. Chaos! Just like, I do random stuff. I'm not super into the little randoms. It would definitely be creepy. Definitely be creepy. So that's your goal. But I feel like your heart being alive would make it bad. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like, are you just reviving the strings so they have? Yeah, no. I feel like that would just make it bad. I don't know. I don't see the benefit besides that it's just sadistically random. That's what you're going for. Nice. Based on the Chaos Space Marines. Oh. I mean, do the Chaos Space Marines, do they play the harp? Doing it for the aesthetic, yeah. I mean, it seems like, yeah, it'd be creepy to have a, I mean, I guess you could do that with all kinds of stuff, right? Like, you could make a bongo drum with zombie flesh. That would be really weird. This is a can of worms, is what we've done. We've opened a can of worms. I saw a miniature. Oh, okay. Because they make flutes and stuff out of skulls. So like, I don't see why that would be much creepier. A bone flute. Eh. Not everything that resurrects is going to do a rehydrated Ganon. Oliver, welcome in. Yeah, if you can find that mini, I'd like to see it, because I want to know how they would do that. Because like, if the thing that bothers me is the strings, right? It's like, oh, these strings are zombie strings. It's like, what does that mean? Like, because if you just have zombie flesh, that does not a zombie make, right? So like, how would you make a whole zombie into a harp? And that's got my brain thinking about it. I feel like a John Carpenter. Who did the alien design? Geiger harp. Have you ever drawn a puppet rugby? Oh, so many times. So many puppet rugbies exist. Where he just go bap bap bap. He's got the flappy head. Druid, welcome in. by the by. I don't know if people have been watching the YouTube shorts, but I've been making like little puppets with rugby and stuff. That's been a lot of fun. Just little stick figure puppets. Aztec death whistles, what you're thinking of? Yeah, the Aztec death whistles are awesome. That's what I'm saying. Like those aesthetically look like skulls, right? So like making and like bullhorns. So making musical instruments out of dead things is not uncommon. That's fine. And like I said, catgut was used for a long time to make like violin strings and stuff like that. So like there's a precedent there for that, for both of those things. But I'm trying to think of the purpose of resurrecting it into a zombie. Can it move? Does it play itself? Like, oh, that's the weird part. Does rugby have a voice? Sometimes. Rugby sounds like me, but in a tin can. Because I think I've seen a skeleton harp in like a Disney movie or something. Like a really old Disney cartoon. I guess, and then there's like, I think there was another Disney thing with the Mickey and the Giant, where the harp is just like a lady who can play herself. That's kind of weird. So you can do that way, but just make it really, really creepy and undead. Sure, no problem. No problem, David. Let's get this. I think I'm about done with this. Let's get the... I'm going to do the first image red. And then I'll put the poll up for the next one. I don't know what I've done, but my pinkies hurt. Look, my cuticles are cracked. No bueno. No bueno. Looking Echo, hello, welcome in. All right, here we go. So for those of you just joining us, I have a huge list of all of the things that have been suggested over the week. I'm going to roll some dice. We're going to see what they roll, and then we're going to draw that. I really like making custom undead monsters. My favorite was the Conglomerative Flesh, which is basically the one reborn plus the rare Gaping Dragon. Oh, they're entirely out of corpses fused together. Neat. We have in Pathfinder, there's a undead, what's it called? Flesh Golem is one fun thing to make, but like they have the Necrocraft, which is basically just start grabbing hit dice worth of undead things and make a giant monster out of it. That's pretty awesome. Give the Necromancer did that with like a T-Rex and a couple other orcs or something. It was pretty awesome. There's some really good figures out there for it. Ooh, I think the stickers just arrived. Let me grab that real quick. The Broopy stickers are here. Super excited. Those will be going out probably next week for all the Patreon members. That's gonna be awesome. Infernal Trappist. Oh, that's pretty wicked. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought of that. That is just pulled right out of the back. Does it have to be a zombie? It's pretty dark. Pretty dark. Elven Hair, hello, hello. Happy post-firework day. You know, you think there'd be like discount firework day. Like there's discount candy day. But no, people don't want to sell explosives for free. Alright, here we go. Rolling some dice. A 2. A bumblebee spirit druid with a honey stir staff. Okay, I know what they're talking about. Who rides an owl. Carries a beehive on their back as a punishment for being banished from their tribe. There's a lot going on there. And there's no race, I don't think. It's just a bumblebee spirit druid. Well, we're not going to draw the owl, but maybe we can do some owl themes. Also, if you get banished from your tribe, and they're like, now you got to carry this around, I'd just be like, no? Like, why would you listen to your tribe after they kick you out? I think not. I think not. The outcast from the Honey Nut Cheerios guys. Yeah. I really like making non-humanoids or monster characters. Like one time I played a golem, the other time I played a mimic. Now I'm playing a gazer. Nice. That sounds fun, dude. Parademons from the Justice League? Oh, parademons. Yeah, parademons are pretty creepy. They're like part Cyberman, part Batman. Tin Can says Rugby's got some intense bags. I know there's not even up late. Yeah, I'm a little tired. I traveled yesterday. Traveled, hiked, and then traveled again. So it was a long day. And then because of all the fireworks smoke, like my eyes are just itchy. Hard to breathe. I'm gonna draw a bee wizard. It seems weird to me that they would ride an owl. Like, are they a pixie? Is it a giant owl? Do owls like bees? I would think that owls would eat bees if they could. Are they from the owl tribe? Maybe I won't do the owl helmet. I feel like a bee wizard would have a big old hat. A big old, like, beekeeper hat. Aether Australians can't buy fireworks? Ooh, bummer. I think the character is tiny. That could be, but like, how tiny would they have to be to have like a beehive on their back? Because like if they were a pixie, that would be bigger than their body. So they've got to be somewhat big. Oh, you think it's a bee druid? A druid that is a bee? Okay. Okay, I can buy that. And then they're flying around on an owl. That would make more sense. Commas, people. It's important. But then once again, like, how big of a beehive can you put on your back if you're a bee? Is there a big bee? Lucky, if you want to suggest it for the weekly suggestion, you get one a week. Yep. Bee with a beehive in their hair. That could be funny. I'm afraid to, I'm gonna do like a thry-crane. That's my new. How's that? How's that for a compromise? Do a bee thry-crane with a hive on their back. I don't remember what bees look like. I remember them being not horrific monsters, but I'm also getting really... They don't have antennas. Yes, they do. They don't have fuzzy antennas, though. Or do they? Someone send me pictures of bees, please. A bee-sized beehive. I like the beehive staff. You know what? We're gonna go a different direction. Jump Rope keeps trying to play the bee wizard. I think we're just gonna make the bee wizard. Because all of these things can be part of this. Imagine a bee wizard would be kind of skinny and then just all hips. Why did my pen turn white? That's weird. Bee wizard. Hearing characters reborn spirit swarm of insects that was originally a dragonborn beekeeper. Okay, that's cool. He infested his body. Yeah. He's acting glasses. That could be funny. I'd make a Thry-Crane Rogue. Thry-Crane Rogue would be pretty good. I made a video talking about them. Just want big poofy bee dress. That's all I want. Oh Lord. That's a stingless honeybee? Alright, well. You know, if you don't gotta look good, you're just hyper functional, that's fine. Sweet hyping. Yeah, we love bees. Bees are great. Pixel, what? I thought you were outside. What are you doing in here? Causing trouble. Gonna walk by the computer, knock the screen over again. Bees scientifically shouldn't be able to fly. I mean, that's not true. Because if that was true, they wouldn't be able to fly. You could say, on first appearance, it would appear that bees shouldn't be able to fly. Scientifically, you might not be able to prove how they can fly, but I also don't think that's true. Goldtooth, hello, hello, welcome in. This beautiful hive of Australian native stingless bees. Tetragonal hawklings? Interesting. Weird. Anyone else playing Diablo 4? Yeah, I'm playing a little bit. I just now hit 50 after however long the game's been out. So I've been playing it for like 2 hours a week. But I'm enjoying it. It's fun so far. The story's a little weird, but I don't think a lot of people are buying it for the story. I like their little adventure mode idea this time around, because it like sends you to different places. I think that was really smart. Rockin' Druid at the moment, just enjoying making the yeah. I want to try the werewolf druid. That's my next class I'm gonna play. I'm doing a bow rogue right now. Because bows are awesome. I think if I had a whole bunch of land that I could just go do stuff with, like I would definitely go shooting more, but like I think I'd want to like a full archery range. That would be so much fun. Set up a bunch of like soft targets, wood targets. Maybe I'll start a company and do that. Archery range. We had one set up at our university with like in an auditorium. No, I don't know, a gymnasium. It's like a basketball court, but I think it was for tennis or something. And they had this giant net they would put up that would catch all the arrows. It was pretty interesting. Used to be insects with 30-centimeter wingspans. Like the hat. I think the hat is what sells it for jump rope too. Giant beekeeping hat. Yeah, I feel like she would need a beehive. Beehive hairdo. But maybe you just never see it. You will forever carry this beehive. No. What do you mean no? I don't want to. I don't care. Christopher Walken's great. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Things are going well on your end, Gold Tooth. I want to do black and yellow coloring, but there we go. We'll do it this way. And then we'll go through and erase some stuff. What other kind of tools would you need to be a beekeeper? Smoke can? Choose a little 84. Wow. Yeah, my guy's like 51. Maybe. Actually, maybe I haven't gotten 51 yet. I think I'm 50 and a quarter. I just now got Paragon levels. Is this just D&D version of Pokemon Vesper Queen? I don't know. Maybe? Is there a giant bee Pokemon that I don't know about? I mean, I'm sure there are tons of Pokemon I don't know about, but specifically I don't know about them. That is a tiny butterfly, not a bee. I would love to raise bees. It would be super fun. I have these really weird wannabe farm retirement plans and no money to do it with, so who knows. Interesting shading. Well, that's not really shading, it's just colors, but if I wanted to do shading, I guess I could go in here and do some shading. Like this would be darker. This would be darker. This would be really dark. I like the idea that this dress is kind of fuzzy. Pocket ball. That would be pretty funny. Never shot a gun, not a thing in Australia. I thought Australians could still have, like, shotguns and hunting rifles. Is that not the case? How do you go hunting? What about the emu? How do you scare off the emu? Go get a recurve. Recurves are great. Those are really, really fun. Get a good exercise. I'm actually kind of worried I won't be able to shoot my bow the same way I used to. Check that out. Vision people. Respect it. Be thankful for it. I am done, I think, with the bee druid here. Yeah, I think we're good. That's a good one. I'm happy with that. We're gonna go on to the next one. So we're doing blue. We have a blue pen for next time. 3. I'm rolling real low today. Warforged Clockwork Soul Sorcerer. She was created using parts from Modrons. Oh, gross. That were obtained from the Great Modron March. Alright, we can do that. Doing blue. I don't know why I'm so opposed to Modrons. Just hits me in a way I don't like. Like not mechanically. Ha 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 ha. I like the concept of like lawful good tiny constructs. I think that's actually really cool. But like just the way they're drawn, I'm not a fan of. I should probably just redesign them myself. And then stop complaining about it. The Emu War was 2 soldiers in 1 car. Couldn't be the Emu's AKs. Don't think a shotty would make much of a difference. I mean, shotguns are pretty good. They're pretty good. Emotions are gross, simple as. Yeah. If they didn't have a mouth, I think it would look better. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's just like too many teeth. Okay. I don't know if I want to do that. I kind of want it to be a little more, maybe bulkier. Since she's not a traditional. I might need a few pictures of actual Modrons because I don't have them in my head right now. What just happened? Why is my pen so small? That was weird. That was weird. Or we could go really weird with this one since they're made out of parts. Dr. Random, hello, hello. First lights have been in the kitchen a while. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Healing up, relaxing. Doing all right. How you been, Dr. Random? Do you have a kobold suggestion on here today, or you find a new hobby to go after? It is the viewer suggestion, so if you have one, let me know. I feel like all the Modrons are creatures trapped inside of robots. I think that's why it's so uncomfortable. They all look claustrophobic. Maybe we should start with different shapes. This one might be a little a little weird to figure out. Excuse me. I've been good at adjusting to 12-hour night shifts. Oof. I did night shifts for maybe like 2 months once, and I was just like, not for me. Hope you're enjoying your job, whatever it is. What was the other part of this? I think it was just... Okay, I like that. I'm going to do that. Weep. Weep. You can do it, Aggie. I believe in you. No, stop typing. Go back to the brush. Why? A kobold alchemist who really needs some sleep. I feel that. I feel it. It's on the list. Doodle-doo. Why is my drink all the way over here? That's pretty cute. Okay. So I think I'm going to be doing a sticker sale in the Discord. Because the website is still being weird. So I'm probably going to put up a new Discord tab. And I'm going to try to do like a clearance sale. Where I'm getting rid of a lot of the old Patreon stickers. And I think the way I'm going to do that is basically have to do like $5 to pay for shipping and a sticker, and then any other stickers above that will be like $2. And so I could do it that way, and then just have a bunch of stickers placed out so that people could order them, or I could just put up like, hey, I have 10 packages of all these rugby stickers. If people would like those, you know, there's 10 available, and that's like $10. Do people have a preference? Would they like to dig through pictures of stickers? Would you rather me curate it? so weird looking. They're very geometric though, so maybe that's what I should be focusing on. Like trying to make it kind of boxy. I'm in Nightmare Dungeon. Diablo 4 endgame is a borefest. Interesting. Suggestions for boxes. Like it's too easy, or it's just really sloggy. Like we were hitting a point where it felt like our characters just weren't doing enough damage, but like we weren't in any danger of dying. So we were just like taking forever to just grind on stuff. But we just upped the difficulty and that got a lot better. Like that fixed our problem. Just difficult on Druid. Interesting. I mean, yeah, you can share your D&D ideas if you want. That's fine. Just let me know that like it's not a suggestion. I have a commission to start tonight. And I think what I might start doing, Twitch is doing okay. Like, it's not... Last time, a few times I've been on Twitch, no one's showed up. And so I'm wondering if I should just do, like, member-only streams here on YouTube. Because we get the same amount of people. Or just stream it and then turn it to an only members recap. That way it's not, like, flooding the stream with too many streams. Too many live streams, yeah. I'm going tier 40 Nightmare Solo Druid. So apparently I haven't gotten to the tier yet. Like, does the difficulty rating just keep going up, or is it like the Nephilim Rifts from before? I feel like for when I make suggestions, I'm going to mix genres and different types of games to keep Rook on his toes. I mean, you don't have to do that. Just suggest characters that you like. I think someone said a long time ago, like, I might as well just start using a random generator to come up with these every week. And it's like, not just, if you don't have a character idea, like, let other people suggest their characters. That's fine. It's okay to just hang out. Enjoy the company of other people. But you want to, so you're allowed. I mean, yeah. I mean, it depends. Because, like, once again, not fan art, right? I've had a few people be like this, but in JoJo style. And it's like, nope, not doing that. God, there's a lot of weird stuff on these guys. This stream shouldn't be a chore for anyone involved, yeah. A better bunch of viewers on this one. Michael music's a little weird. This is a Minecraft playlist on Pretzel Rock. It's not too bad. I feel like every time I switch to like lo-fi or something, it just gets really strange. So I kind of like just having it start strange, just carry on. Yeah, Western Justice, it sounds like you're saying you just want to do like, I'm going to pick a Pathfinder race in a D&D class. Like, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Cyberpunk Warlock. Like, I've done that. That's fine. That's not fan art. I like their spindly little legs. That's something I think is funny about the Modrons. They just all have spindly little legs. Which is kind of creepy. In and itself. Go beyond tabletop RPG stuff if I'm allowed. See, that's where it gets kind of into fan art. Like, it's supposed to be a tabletop RPG character, so if you want to go Cyberpunk or Vampire the Masquerade or something, that's fine. But like, draw Mega Man. No, nope. Gotta be on topic. Otherwise, we need to do that in a different stream. Which I'm not opposed to that. We can do other streams sometimes. We have enough people wanting to do them. You can always try one, and I might just I'll tell you whether or not it got taken. I have a book titled "How to Tell If Your Cat is Plotting to Kill You." I think I've read that. Is it a comic book? It sounds very familiar. Oliver, I would just rewind and go check it out. Yeah. I guess we've only done one other besides rugby. What was it? It was a bee wizard. We drew a bee wizard. It's early today, so I can go check. It's a comic book. Okay, yeah. I think I've read that. Or at least I've seen it, or maybe one of my friends had it. Mega Man is an auto-gnome. Essentially, yeah, I guess so. Make it work! I do love me a Mega Man. I don't need you. Do Master Study Mondays, like Rosetta Fridays, but Monday and delivery? I mean, maybe we could do that. I mean, that would have to be a sponsored one, because, like, oh boy, doing a whole nother live stream every Monday would just kick my ass and I wouldn't get any work done. You really like the plasma design? I think that was my favorite video. Yeah, I really like that, like the kind of like internal versus external structure. Drawing plasmoids are fun, especially when they're curvy ladies. Just fun to draw. Okay, I think this is it. I think this one's done. A little weird modron. Maybe a few more bits and bobs. I kind of want this foot to just be flat. Just make it really noodly. Nah. I like it the way it was. Okay. We're good there. Okay. Let's switch the music up a little bit. Let's go to lo-fi. See what happens. Just the Friday. Yeah, we've been having a lot of suggestions though, so it's like I don't want to, because like I still have 25 right now. I'm rolling 17, which is a gnome shield paladin. That's pretty awesome. I like that. Yeah, we might. I think I would have to set it up for that week. Just do something different, which we could do. How does heat decide to stick? How does heat and stuff decide to become something that sticks to stuff and makes light, etc.? I mean, it's not up to the fire. It's up to the thing that it's touching. Like, all about bonds and combustibility, I guess. Because everything burns. Literally everything burns. It's just a matter of how stable the element is when you give it energy. How much energy does it need? Physics, yeah. That's a great. How does it decide? Physics. I really like the idea of waterfall plasmoid genie warlocks. Slime is the rushing waterfall, and its arms are rocks. Should really maybe a small bonsai tree in there. That's interesting. So, like, your character is a walking plant fountain. That could look cool. Tree. It's a little walking bonsai tree. I think I've drawn that. I think I drew a Leshy with a bonsai tree. That could have a waterfall on it. Why don't some things melt instead of burn? Bonds again. Yeah, it goes back to your bonds. Like when you put so much energy into something, it becomes more liquid because it has enough energy to slide. But that, once again, the molecules themselves don't have enough heat in them to combust. So ice doesn't burn, but it does melt. Ice will burn eventually. Like, that's just the amount of heat. So things like gasoline are really long chains. So they want to evaporate, but like the gas itself doesn't burn because it's in the liquid state. But then as soon as it goes to the gaseous state, it's already to a temperature where, well, it's not quite, but once it's in the gaseous state, it only needs a little more energy to burn. So most of the time when you're burning something, you're actually burning the vapors as they become vaporized, as they become vaporized. Even wood, the carbon in wood actually vaporizes. That's what's burning. And we know this because that's how wicks work. Like wicks and candles, you can use wood. You can make wood punks. The wood itself won't burn if there's fuel wicking through it. Hydrocarbons. Yeah. If you need something burnt, come to Australia. There's a lake somewhere on Earth with tons of lawn gnomes at the bottom. I saw a video mentioning it. Interesting. All right, here we go. Shield gnome. Shield gnome. Purple. I got distracted talking about fire. Still firmly believe plaid moist you get more features based on their gooiness. I'm very adamant. I mean, if they're gooey though, I would definitely let you allow you to be a gooey ooze, but then your movement's gonna go to like 5 feet, right? Like, just because you want to be sticky, like you got to be sticky everywhere. Rook's little science nook, yeah. I could start. I wanted to do that for a while. Just like, ask me anything, and then it's like, I'm not super qualified to do that, but you know. So like when you ask Bill Nye, it's like he's got an engineering degree. That's something. What do you do? Well, you know, I have a master's degree in architecture, and I'm an illustrator. Like that's. I know stuff about fish and about food. What if you're a floating goo or a bouncing goo? See, bouncing goo, I think, would be pretty neat. But then you get a jump height. But maybe you can't be slushy. Like you can no longer ooze through gaps or something to that effect. It's all about trade-offs, you know? All about trade-offs. Gender was not specified, and I'm in the mood to draw gnome girls. So here we go. And give her a nice heater shield here. You don't need a degree if you vet and include your sources. That's true. Yeah, most science YouTubers don't have doctorates in fields about anything. That's very true. I guess it would just be if I know how to make it worthwhile, then I think it'd be fine. But I just don't know why people would ask me. I think that's the big thing. Could someone else turn you into a slushy goo snowball and throw you through gaps? I mean, to what do you mean? Could someone else, like if they have a spell that would turn you into a goo? Because if that's the case, then yeah, like anybody can do that. If that's a spell that you want to figure out. I need to do that today. I've been thinking about Nimona. Like, I like the comic. I have the comic, and they just turned it into a Netflix anime. So I think that's where my head's at right now for this gnome. How would you rule a plasmoid running and then leaping through a hole in a wall 1 inch thick to tackle or headbutt a human to the floor? It depends. One, you have to look at, do you have that functionality, right? Because like a lot of oozes can pass through gaps of that size, and then it's just whether or not it counts as difficult terrain. Because if it does, you can't charge through difficult terrain unless you take a feat. So now we have rules set forth that if you have the functionality to move through the gap and somehow you can negate that through improved charge, then I would say you meet all the prerequisites to do that, and that's fine. I think that's great. But just know that there are, systems in place for that. A heater shield on a gnome is basically a kaiju. There are science streams that are more Bill Nye, and some are like Tim the Toolman Taylor, both experiments but different reasons. That's a good point. The one was pretty good. Nice. I'm gonna check it out. I have the comic. I haven't watched the movie yet. Bri, hello, welcome in. How are you today? Hope you're doing well. How many people here have played a gnome? I don't know if I've actually played a gnome before. I've drawn many a gnome. I want her to be a little more grumbly. Let's see if we can make this maybe a little more eyebrow. A little more eyebrow heavy. There we go. Try to give her a little more teeth. A little more teeth. Metal. Probably get better race features from Pathfinder than D&D. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I have a friend who played a gnome with a fishing rod and collected people's eyes. That's creepy. Been several gnomes. Had a bag of various size. Oliver, you play some dark games. Dark games. I mostly dislike gnomes due to the type of player they usually play them. Annoying people, however, they're just good gnome players out there. Just wish they were in my games. But I didn't see your character life ending up this way. I didn't see you. Probably not, yeah. What was I thinking here? It is always funny when kind of a gag becomes your character. And you're like, well, this is my life now. I'm the eye collector. He's not talking to you. Yeah, I think all of it. I think that's what we're talking about. There's a handful of gnome builds that like just go really well into like rogue. So I've had a few gnome characters just pick them to min-max stuff. And that's, it is what it is, you know. I don't think it's ever been like so egregious that I'd be like, you can't play a gnome. But it's definitely up there on the abusable races. Harry gnome named Harry. I think I made her a little too grumbly. I want like big smile energy. There we go. That feels right. And we'll make this hair really poof. When in doubt, big curly hair. This feels very gnome paladin to me. Is there a narrative difference between gnomes, halflings, and kindred? Halflings, yes and no. Halflings are technically supposed to be like hobbits, just straight up hobbits. Gnomes are supposed to be more fae inspired, like basically humanoid goblins, little faekin. So when you think of gnomes, like the stories around gnomes are small magical creatures, whereas like halflings are technically just small people. They're just small people. So gnomes should probably actually be tiny, in my mind, but that is hard to play in the game. I think that's where I'm going to call this one. I'm going to give her a little cape. Yeah. Rolling the dice. What do we got? Red. Man. Why is it just my pinkies? What have I done? What have I done? My pinkies hurt when I type. Okay, rolling some dice. Here we go. 10. A necromancer wizard bard using his zombies as musical instruments to make him an elf, maybe. What? Using the zombies as musical instruments. All right. Is this what we were talking about earlier? So I don't know if I want to go that dark. That does feel like I have to draw 2 characters for that, which is against the rules, but that's my idea. Nice. What was the color we got here? Red? Sweet. Just draw the zombie harp. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, Oliver, sorry about that. It didn't get drawn in the last few weeks, but how it goes. Halflings used to be called hobbits until Tolkien Estate sued them. Yeah. So what's the difference between gnomes and goblins? A gram. I kind of, yeah. Like that's been my thing. It's just like gnomes and goblin are, in my mind, have always been the difference between like orcs and humans. They're just like mechanically they fit the same role for a video game, right? So they're supposed to be the like non-monstrous version of the same kind of creature. What's the professionalism? Okay, necromancer, zombie something. What a bone cello. Did I see your gnome joke? I guess not. It didn't show up. You always have to draw male gnomes and garden gnomes and female gnomes as thick? I mean, I do. Because they, yeah. I think I told you guys this story, that there used to be like a hot tub sale place that sold hot tubs near my house, and they had this big billboard that just had a bunch of like skinny dipping lawn gnomes, and I always thought it was really funny. It's just a bunch of little gnome butts, and people started getting upset and like vandalizing it by painting shorts on them and stuff. That always made me sad. So I think gnome butt is funny. Gnome with the badonkadonk, yeah. He's a wizard, so I don't want to give him armor. We'll make him a little more lithe. And he's a necromancer, so that's double lithe. What kind of hair should we give him? Top hat? That sounds pretty good, actually. I like that. What was the first character you ever played? The first character I ever played was a halfling rogue, I think. I don't remember his name. It was a long time ago. That's not how top hats work, or faces work. We're gonna start over, but I still like this concept. We're just gonna try again. I think we need to get a little more shape involved first. Now you got me thinking of some fancy queen gnome boy with a bubble butt to mix both sides. That's interesting. I think goblins should be knobbly and twisted like an old oak. That's good. Old tree roots. I like that idea. The gentleman necromancer. Yeah, I think the gentleman necromancer is great. Especially if he's playing music. He's just like, yes. I'm gonna give him a real tall hat, though. Or maybe we should do like a crooked hat. That could be kind of fun. Like... Not really sure how it stays on. It's got a skull on it. Use a bird skull. I see all those hearts and stuff going. That's awesome. I'm not sure what that does. I'm not sure if that makes YouTube be like, more people, get more people in here. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, whoever smashing those buttons. Goblins, tails or no tails? I usually go no tails. I usually go no tails on goblins. But goblins with tails are okay. I feel like once they get the tails, they start looking more like kobolds to me. Little dog kobolds. I like the idea of a wizard in like a suit. That feels right to me. Like if you have the discipline to cast a giant 8th level spell, you probably dress nice. Probably take care of yourself. The old disheveled wizard just never made sense quite in my head. Maybe like absent-minded professor style thing. It's the only thing you think about is magic. I've seen art that goes both ways, with them being more like lions and more cute tails. Yeah, I've seen that too. I think that was old like Jim Henson style too, is to give them little poofy tails, like tail with a poof at the end. I still like the idea that he's wearing like this face paint. This music feels very appropriate for what we're working on right now. Yeah, the monkey goblins look really funny too. And they have the full prehensile tail. I still definitely like. I think the idea of using a zombie for an instrument just seems bad to me. Like using a body, sure, but like, why would you want it to be a zombie? It just seems like the worst. Unless it plays itself. But even then, it's just like, why not just use the bones? Trolls who have tails. Yeah, I think Nordic trolls have tails too, so. The Verdant have tails. The Verdant, I'm not a big fan of the Verdant because they're essentially just changelings that look like goblins. It's like, just make them changelings. That's fine. But I think that was made for to fill a gap that I didn't think needed to be filled, so that's fine. My point is invalid, is what I'm saying. Like, someone wanted a character that had the changeling type stuff on a goblin, and they made that for them, and I think that's great. I think that's totally fine. I think I'm just going to make this a skeleton. Yeah, skeleton cello seems really cool to me. Maybe the streams come out of his mouth. Wizards, or at least high intelligence characters, often seem to focus on something so well that things like hygiene and dress in society kind of put the back burner. I could see that. Yeah, that's fair. I like to give fairies tails. Yeah, fairies can have them too. I like that. Well, because of the bad. Oh, fairy tales. Ah, okay, I get it. I'm starting to get better at trying to use positive and negative space in my drawings. That's too much time. Druid's rubbing off on me. Not good. It's probably fine. It's probably better that way, actually. Did you should see my wizard comment? I would like your opinion. I don't know what you're talking about. Are you talking about the old wizard thing at level 1? It fails magic school for 30 years. I hate the idea of, I mean, that's a statement. Is that what you're talking about? Because that's, why do you hate? Give them coattails, and then we'll probably call it on this one. The bone cello. Old wizards at level 1. Yeah, I think that's fine. Like the thing about being an adventurer is basically when you start your adventuring journey, right? Like adventurers don't have to be. I'll say it this way. I have a problem with, like, I'm a level 1 dragon slayer. I've slain dragons my whole life. It's like, obviously not. If you're an old man that studied dragon slaying and now you've decided to go do it, that's a different thing. If you're an old wizard who studied magic your whole life but never practically gone out and used it, that's fine. Like that's the thing. So when people play their characters as having all of this like hyper experience in the past, that's a little bit of an issue. And so like with the Garan, they basically can live forever. Like they just, when they die, they regrow with all of their memories in a new pod. So when you start a new character, you could say, well, I'm level 1, but like either I haven't been in this body for very long, but you have like immortality knowledge. Same thing with elves. Like a level 1 elf, oh yeah, I'm 500 years old. It's like, cool. So that could be helpful thematically, but mechanically you're an idiot. Like you're fresh. You've never been an adventurer. So that's the thing you have to remember, is that thematically what your character does and mechanically what your character can do are different things. And just keep that in mind. Nice work, Bone Daddy. I love that movie. It's good. I think one of my favorite parts in that movie is when the parents are like, "What's Santa bring you?" And he's like, "A head." The kid's just like, "Yep, I'm accepting this. Accepted my fate." Fancy collar. There we go. Okay, I think that's where I'm going to call this one. Move to the next one. I like the idea of a punk rebel wizard who decides to learn from forbidden books. I like that too. I think that's fun. I've always responded to crazy backstories for new characters with my brother in Christ. You are level 1. Yeah, and like crazy backstories can be a thing, right? It's just like you've apparently never taken. I guess another example or a thing to think about is rogues are basically starting the game trained a little bit. Like that's their boon, is they come into the game with I've been on the streets forever, and so I have all these extra skills. You all right, Scoop Cat? Got the coughs. Rogues start the game highly skilled. So, like, and that's the thing. Like, when you have a goblin that starts the game with, like, 20 stealth or underworld knowledge 30, it's like, yeah, apparently you are already a level 6 character. So, it's always a little weird, but that's kind of what proficiencies are supposed to give. Like, weapon proficiencies should be the years of training as a knight. Like, that's what that is. And then adventuring is like so fast and intensive that it's, you know, miles above someone who just regularly trains. I think the narratively experienced level 1 character is being set back by people who want to metagame. Yeah, that's true too. His backstory should be set for like level 20 one-shots, not for whole campaigns. That's true. Yeah, I like that. That's a good way to look at it. First character was an army general, untested, and decided to adventure. After his clan was wiped out and stumbled into the tavern, ripped clothes and fresh scars. See, I would allow that if you started at like level 5, level 10. I think that's great. Because like being a general, like you probably have pretty good experience. You should have bonuses to that from that. I think 5 level 10 is probably pretty good for that. Rolling the dice. I'm rolling real low today. A Plasmoid Monk Rogue had draw last week. I had an idea. Instead of picking locks, you could just go through holes in the door and walls to open it up. Yeah, I think that's good. Right? Like, he doesn't need to be trained in lockpicking if he can just infiltrate the house. Same thing with barbarians. Just kick the door down, right? I'm a lockpick. A Kalashar Swarmkeeper Ranger, whose swarm is a number of tiny meteors that revolve around them. What is a Kalashar? 1. 2, did they change how swarms work? Because I feel like we got something like this last week where it was a swarm of rocks. Is this the same person just trolling me again? Kalashar. Kalashar, a race of psionic humanoids. Okay. Psychic elves. Yeah, that's weird. Like, I like the concept of the Swarm Ranger, like, a lot. I really like it. But, like, so are they telekinetically just making a cloud of? Because that's a spell. That's not a swarm. Thanks, Ash Brown. Yeah, I just found that picture too. Welcome to the Stone Zone. What color are we doing? Purple? Sweet. All right, let's change this up. You alright, Scoop Cat? Oh, poor Scoop Cat. Getting old. Not by the rules as written, because move speed. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking about. Terra from Team Titans, maybe. Someone played rock, paper, scissors, but you don't pick rock. I had a friend who once told me, he's like, I only ever pick this. And I was like, okay. And then for years, I just beat it at rock, paper, scissors. I'm like, I'm not going to forget that. He could. Like, he stuck to his principles, though. He never changed on me. He's probably waiting for that one day when it's like $1,000. And he's just like, ha, sucker. 10 years in the making. It's a fun strategy, though, right? Telling people what you're going to do. It's psychological. Makes more sense if the swarm is intelligent, like a pixie option to subclass. I mean, it makes, I feel like that's the only sense it makes, because otherwise, like I said, it's a like cloud of daggers, right? Just a cloud of rocks. A cloud of rocks does not a swarm make. But if this is your character, do what you want. If your DM's okay with it, then hell yeah, rock a swarm of rocks. But this is the second time we've had to draw this, and both times it's just like, who suggested this, that made this a thing? I'm curious and I want to know. Psychic elves, yo. Saturn's ring. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm gonna have them just like orbiting around. One of my players has a mutant bee swarm that he's turned inside of his body into a hive. That's pretty cool. It's a spell melts tiny meteors. Wait, is that an actual spell? Or are you just making that up? She know but bees. That should be the name of your character. She know but bees. Right, that's what I'm saying. Like with that logic, Magneto would be a swarm keeper. Yeah. That is actually a spell. That's great. Did they? I want to collect all of Melf's spells. I need like a list of them. It's in Tasha's or Xanthar's. I'll look it up. Yeah. Because mechanically, if you're playing this out, like saying something to the effect of like, okay, I want to be a swarm ranger, swarm keeper, but I want to forgo having my swarm of bees for perpetual cloud of daggers. It's like, I might allow that. I might actually allow that. I think that would be interesting, just to see what it does. But that's essentially what you're doing here. It's basically better Fireball, but in 3 installments. Okay. Because they come in over 3 rounds. That would make sense. Swarm of Sand to make Gara from Naruto. Yeah, that'd be interesting too. Because, like, I mean, that's the thing with the Swarm, right? Like, the thing I like about the Swarm is that they just do, like, direct damage. At least in Pathfinder, which is really fun. Like, it's really cool, because it's just like, I get to create an area of death. So, yeah, you could, I guess you could just swap it out for whatever, as long as you just flavorfully, flavorfully pick whatever you want, and then just slap a template on it, and then you just have to kind of hand wave the creatures themselves. Because there's mechanically there's no difference between like bees and bats. So yeah, you could just say that they're made out of rocks, I guess. Swarm of mechanical bees. Final Fantasy VII rugby? What would that be? Is that what you were saying earlier with him as a black mage? Because I did just draw a black mage sticker. Like, I think I've done that before. I've given rugby the little black mage costume. Yeah, machine option is cool. I pulled off something like Starfinder. Okay, that's cool. Ash vs. Evil Dead would be a fun, small, evil version of the main character. That could be funny too. Light up swarm keeper with a swarm of disembodied heads. That sounds really familiar. Like ghoul wings. How are you doing, John, by the way? Welcome in. Hopefully today, I'm just seeing so many green names in the chat now. I will be uploading the token packs I made. Not token packs, texture packs I made. So if people would like to use those for like Foundry or Roll20, those will be up for YouTube members, Patreon members, and Discord members here. Hopefully today. Hopefully today I'll get those packages set up. And then yeah, and I'd love to see people use those. So let me know how those go. Patreon stickers will be going out the door here next week. The Wednesday streams always starts when I'm at my doctor's, so I'm always a little late. Ah, no problem. Hope you're doing all right. The doctor visit was not unpleasant. If not, there are any multi-class combos that can buff the swarm. I'm not sure. I've let people do things like druid or ranger, and then when they take like companion buffs, let them like upgrade what the swarm is. Like someone wanted to have a swarm of goblins. I thought that was really funny, and I'm like, yeah, let's do that. So, multi-class, not necessarily, but just like anything that would kind of, if you get 2 feats that would overlap, like, oh, this also gives me an animal companion. It's like, yeah, let's just make your animal companion better. Time's at 1 o'clock. We're doing all right. Chugging along, chugging along. Swarm of herd kobolds. That could be really funny. Yeah. Evil monkeys from Wizard of Oz. I think somebody wanted to be a goblin with a swarm keeper of baby goblins. Like they were like a babysitter. I thought that was pretty funny. Worst babysitter ever. Adventure! Be a rat and have a swarm of turtles. Alright, I think that is it. What? Swarm of lantern archons? Ooh, that could be interesting. Swarm of will of the wisp would also be really cool. Just like surrounded by orbs. Glowing orbs sounds really awesome. Okay, I think that one's done. Let's move on to the next one. 14. A Luxodon Barbarian Druid. Luxodon Barbarian Druid. Oh, wait, hold on. Nope, it's wrong. A female Makote ninja with her soul crystal on someone else's noticeable? Oh, her soul crystal. Okay, that's a little specific, but I like the idea. Female Makote ninja. Can do that. I like that pose. We're going to do that. Okay. Green. It looks it on Barbarian would be scary as hell. Yeah. They get beefy. They get real beefy. Boom, 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 boom. What's up, Skip Cat? Is it food time? It's not food time, but I could probably go give him some treats real quick. I'm gonna go get myself a snack. Give the Skip Cat a snack. We'll come back and we'll finish this up. I think I understood the prompt of them saying that someone's looking at them. But I don't know how to... I'd have to draw another person, I think. Pet boy! I'll be checking. Hello, how's it going? How are you doing? So for the most learned from Pathfinder, is there a ninja class or subclass? It is a full class, yeah. It's a whole class. It's kind of monk-based. Monk and rogue mixed together. It's really fun. I really like it. Got monk-specific weapons. What are you doing, Skip Cat? What are you doing? Why are you on the floor? Oh boy. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. Kalashar are possessed by dream demons. That's way cooler than I thought. We think more squares than ovals for Loxodons. Yeah, they're boxy. So based on what reading the rules, mechanically the swarm is just a stance, temporary buff comes from with movement. Only way to improve it is to advance in the class or use concentration spells. Interesting. I should be more sleepy. It's early morning for me. Good night, all. No problem, Lordy. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. Doing good. Sorry, I'll share it once I feel it's worthy. Cool, cool. Lordy was on, yeah. Yeah, no ninja class in 2E yet, but hopefully soon. Something I think is funny about the Makote is like they all of their haircuts don't show off their ears. Like, I mean, they have cat ears, but they refuse to show like how those ears attach to the head. They're just like, oh, it's in the hair. Oh boy. Oh boy, don't know how to draw faces. I need to get better at drawing faces. I want to spend like... Maybe next week, I will just ask for portraits. Just portraits. And I'll draw 1,000 faces. Play a Centaur Ranger in 2.5. That sounds awesome. I scared Rook with a person? What does that mean? Scared Rook with a person. What person did I get scared by? Oh, dang it. Let's start over. I shouldn't have walked away. Got distracted halfway through. Skip cat. What's up? What
What you're saying? What are you doing, buddy? Getting hot? It is 80 degrees in here already.
I think I'm gonna have to suck it up and install the AC. What are you drawing? I'm trying to draw a Makote, which is like a cat girl. So not a full oh no. What are the cat people called? Not Khajiit. It's not a full cat person, it's a cat girl. So we have a Makote ninja. Drawing a person like faces? Drawing a person like faces. Is this your suggestion, Western Justice? Gotcha. Yeah, drawing faces is hard. I don't know if I've ever drawn a Makote before. A whip. I like that ninja pose. Like a shinobi pose or ninja gaiden pose. It's like very straight, but then like the body kind of wraps. Tattoo was, yeah, essentially. The tattoo thing I think is just a Final Fantasy thing, but like the Makote one specifically tattooed. Wouldn't mind doing Final Fantasy art. There's a lot of really cool looking stuff. Final Fantasy 14. Like, there's a lot of really good references. Played 1 year ago on Final Fantasy Online. Final Fantasy 11 was really fun. But, like, I played it a bunch and then I played WoW. 14 was hot garbage and then got a lot better. Technically still playing it now. I just haven't played it in a while. I guess they do kind of have the face tattoo thing going on, because they have the little, like, it's whiskers, but it's drawn. The little Naruto whisker thing. The ninja gear in Final Fantasy looks great. Ooh, I like that one. We're gonna do that one. Yeah, Makoto are just cat girls, like, not a lot else going on about them. Which is fine. Nothing's wrong having cat girls. If you'd like your Final Fantasy commission, let me know. Commissions are open. Enjoyed your first class. Nice. Played a Mithra. Yeah, not a Makoto. Mithras more cat-like. Yeah, the Mithra were the... I think so you played Final Fantasy 14, which was great. There's Mithras. They were only female which I thought was really funny. And they played a golf guy going through the mail. Now they kind of let you go whichever way, which is great. Doing a Final Fantasy commissions might actually be a good way for me to get better drawing clothes, because there's so many different things that already exist. It's a pretty big reference library. I remember also nothing about the game. I do remember hitting a level where I could no longer solo. Yeah, they did that. 14 was, or 11 was all about getting into a good, like, grind party and just go, 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 go. And if you couldn't find a party, you were just kind of SOL. Rook, did you see my comment about last week? I obviously not. What did I look? I mean, hold on. I'm gonna draw a Herringon Dragoon, and since I saw your Herringon like Vieira, I thought you were not full Final Fantasy. What did I draw? I've drawn a Herringon Dragoon before, yeah. Any volume. That's weird. Why no volume? I almost want her hand to be like right here. Just holding the knife like that. I'm a sucker for like the level 1 daggers in Final Fantasy. They're freaking clean and they look great. A lot of the gear I wear is like really low level stuff. I just like the way it looks. So once you start getting really high up, it starts feeling like WoW, where things are just like weapons are too big and super flashy. It's like, no, I just want some sweet looking stuff. It's very, very basic. Basic is good. bird. I just realized I'm making her do the little like meow 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 thing. It's kind of funny. Go with knives. It's 1:30. We probably have time for one or two more. Probably call that one right there, and then we'll go to the next one. Meow meow meow. I guess that should be more like that. I don't think I quite got the eyes right here. Hold on. That's probably good enough. Okay. I can spend a lot more time drawing this one because the armor's really intricate, but I think we're good. I think we'll call it in there. Find it a bit old. Find it a bit odd when a race of creatures has to speak a certain way, like Moogle's having to add Kupo to that, or a cat person's description where the cat sounds. Just stuff, I guess. Yeah, I think that's very Final Fantasy, very like it's the same. This is the Pokemon thing, right? A little bit of the I am Groot. It's just like that's what people hear, which I think is kind of fun. That's silly. 17. Bonjour, big burly bugbear brawler barbarian boy. Branded serial number on his chest. That's not appropriate. We'll drop it. A blue. Bugbear in a big blue house. Army of Makotes. All right. I think I've drawn this face too wide. I don't know. It looks a little funny. Maybe more chin. Less cheek. And we do that? Yeah, that's better. Dun, 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 dun. Won't make you draw their starter armor. I mean, make me draw anything just makes me like, yeah, make me draw anything.
Hashtag I do what I want.
Hashtag I do what I want. Thank you, Corvus. But I would appreciate that. I would appreciate it if you didn't ask for Makotes in sexy armor, because that will for sure just not get drawn. I'll promise you that. Which is why I asked for race class, not race and what they're wearing, you know? Too many people have tried to break those rules.
Unless you're paying for a commission, then.
Oh yeah, no, I'll draw sexy Makotes all day for commissions. How you doing, Corvus?
Tired. I just energy just started sapping about an hour ago, so I'm like, don't know about, just really tired today. Too much fireworks, I guess.
Yep. I didn't do any fireworks, but when we were driving home yesterday, there were just tons of them. Just
yeah,
everybody.
same. It's like I live in an area where it's like it's actually almost smart just not to buy them, because everyone around you is shooting them off. So it's like I can just watch other people's for free across the cliff.
Yep. 6 ladies allowed in commissions, you say? I mean, yeah. There might be a... It might cost extra, yeah. Hey, Mushroom Man is back. Are you referring to Corvus? Because Corvus is not Mushroom Man.
No.
Or David is back, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta get the dice gods to give you to Druid, yep. How else can I make this bugbear beefier? That's what I want. I want more. More beef. Need like...
You look at Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I was gonna say, I need Arnold Schwarzenegger in prime time.
In its prime.
Mr. Universe style bugbear. 1990s X-Men buff is what I want. Goodbye, Makote. I don't need you anymore. Why does it have people teeth? Beast did go to prison for a long time. And yeah, I think Beast is probably one of my favorite bugbear analogs.
I'm gonna post this one as a spoiler one because
Is it too sexy?
it teeters the line a bit.
He's so buff. He's so buff.
Like, this probably not even when he was at his buffest either.
No, that looks Mystery Universe.
Yeah. Get to the chopper. Do it out. Because I feel like he was a bit, at least arm-wise, was a bit bigger in Conan.
Yeah, when he started acting, like, I think because when you're doing like Mystery Universe stuff, it's about like full body, and you have to do all the like dehydration training and stuff like that. But when you're doing movies, at that point when he was doing movies, they're like, yeah, we only really care that like your arms are good, right?
Yeah.
I'm not looking at his butt and his legs anymore, so he just bulked up his arms. Tickets to the gun show. I lost it. I lost the accent like halfway through that. Get to the gun show. It's in the chopper. Just go to the chopper.
No, Elven hair. There's Arnold buff, then there's Gustav buff, and then there is that one
Gaston buff.
comic book artist who drew Captain America, like, roided out. Can't remember his name.
I can't either. That's
Like,
just
his chest is like
it's a
6 feet wide.
It's a perspective problem because they tried to draw Arnold doing his big like buff pose like this, but then they're like, oh, we don't need that arm, and then they were like, let's do it from the profile. So instead of correcting it so that Captain America was like this, they're like, oh, this is his pec, and so he's just instead of correcting it to be his pec here, they're just like, yep, it's just that's from the front. So the perspective is wrong. The internal lines are wrong from the external lines, from the silhouette. And it's a great example of like things can look right, but you really need to take a look back.
Rob Layfield. That's his name.
Side boob Captain America.
Yep. But apparently all his characters are like that. Like, weirdly proportioned and...
I mean, he might just be bad.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
his lineup is amazing.
How far like my least favorite Captain America look.
Yeah. Yep. It's one of those things like when you take the picture of Spider-Woman with her butt in the air, and then if you try to put a human skeleton in it, it's just like, nope.
Someone did that. It
Yeah.
was hilarious with the Captain America.
Same, yeah, I think I've seen that. But like, yeah, each individual piece of that looks okay, but then on a whole, it's just like, well, these were not drawn at the same time. Like, There's a whole lot wrong with it. Pro artists aren't infallible. Yeah. I mean, he's someone he got paid to do that. Right? It happens. Problem I have with what I'm drawing right now is like he doesn't look like he's furry anymore. He's just gotta see if I can get some poof on him. Why 14? I don't know.
Wait, what?
They want a brand, like a number brand. So I'm just gonna go 14. Or 14 be XIV.
It's it's XIV. Final Fantasy 14.
Yep. That's probably why I was thinking about it.
I mean, it technically could be right, but no. Like after 3, they're like Romans, like, let's make it a V.
Yeah, there's the tally system, and then there's the collection system. So like you can write it. You would just that's where you do hashes, and then when you rewrite it, it's just like, oh, that's 10. But I think they did that so that people couldn't like, oh yeah, you owe me 12. Like, oh, you mean 13, 14, 17? Like, no. Put limiting factors in there.
Yep.
On purpose. On purpose.
And then when you get in like the thousands and stuff, you get an L.
Mm-hmm. L's and M's. It's not a bad way to write.
Like if you know it, it's probably good, but when you see it like on kind of like neoclassical buildings where it's like has the date of the building,
Yeah,
when it was built, and it's like no one uses those. What year was this?
What are you doing out of your cage, lizard man?
It may have also weirdly been developed to help with masonry. Like, I don't know, it seems like it would be easier to carve into stonework than
Yeah, I don't think they used paper.
the curves.
Because there's a... Yeah, exactly. Like, that's why it's just hash. Because there used to be the clay uniform stuff was really neat. Because they just had a...
It was like a wedge.
A wedge, yeah. And so you just push it in, and then when you needed to do 10, you could just do... Or a V.
Yeah.
Stone relief. There's the Hulk, a real person looking up. Also see his rival Abomination. I don't know if those are real people. Maybe. We should. He's a barbarian. Should we give him an axe or something?
Or was he another brawler?
It might have been another brawler. Let's give him some raps.
The Witcher Season 3 is out now.
Nice.
I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't either. I haven't watched season 2. I should probably do that. He's too sexy. Discord has flagged me a few times for drawing really muscular boys.
Our Discord or
Yeah.
someone else's Discord?
No, my Discord. It has a system to like prevent people from spamming nudity and stuff. And sometimes it'll be like, whoa! Time out. Give him one of those weight bars. She's got a few 100 pounds on there, it's fine.
You got it. If I just dawned me, that's what the stupid wooden split staff looks like.
What
In Go-To. So when you do like dojo missions with a split staff, it literally looks like a weight bar without any of the weights onto it.
Okay, yeah.
Like, it just dawned on me now, like, oh no.
The Hulk is real. Person, look him up.
The Hulk? Is that their name?
Apparently. What's your wrestling name? I'm Spider-Man. Totally
Their
original.
name is Kevin, by the way.
Yeah.
Kevin Washington.
Kevin Washington, the Hulk.
Yep.
Funny.
Kevin the Hulk Washington. I don't know if I ever wanted to devote my life to that type of hobby.
Weightlifting?
Yeah.
I would. Essentially, your job is to just go to the gym, which would be kind of cool. But like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not into the competitions, so I think I'd have to do like weight training as a profession or something, versus just like being a competitive weightlifter or bodybuilder, because those are two different things. All right, let's do one more. I've gotten flagged on Discord for trying to post hairless Mr. Mimes. Yeah, don't do that. Alrighty. A kobold alchemist who really needs some sleep, please. Why can't I erase this?
Is it on a different layer?
No, I had the wrong thing selected. I've wondered sometimes, all the pics I've seen of bugbears show their arms with human proportions, so they've got extra 5 feet reach. Shouldn't they have really long orangutan arms? I think so, yeah. I think the first ones I drew them like that. But when I'm doing like big muscle boys, it's hard to do that because then you have to strain the proportions of the muscles. So technically, yes, you're right. Like, this arm should probably just be bigger in general.
Well, one they have in the monster manual does kind of longish arms, but not like to the ground,
Yeah.
like ape style.
Because I think they are just supposed to be, they're just supposed to be large creatures. Like if they're large creatures, they would have reach, naturally. And then when they made them medium size, they're like, well, let's leave them with reach. So they gave them long arms. It's like, you can move. I've done that too when someone becomes a large-sized bugbear. It's like, great, now you have 10 feet of reach. Whoops. Discord bot has flagged me for my thumbnail and pictures. Interesting. Wait till Discord learns that Plasmos I had drawn last week is already naked. Yeah. No good. What was this supposed to be? I got distracted by rice crackers.
A sleep-deprived kobold
That's right.
alchemist?
Yeah.
I'm not sleep-deprived. I'm just
exhausted.
yeah. Also, I'm not a kobold, as far as I know.
Yeah, 5e just went to. I think they suffer from being overly cautious at the detriment of unique character stuff. So I love letting people play large-sized creatures. I think it's a lot of fun. We're going rugby with this one.
I'm also not too upset bugbears are medium. Because in a lot of the art, you could easily see them being both large and medium. It's like, it's a coin flip a lot of times.
Yeah, I always liked it being goblin, small, hobgoblin, medium, bugbear, large. Like, I just like that kind of option. Because then when you're fighting a bunch of goblins and you're like, we're destroying these guys, and then a giant shadowy creature just comes out of the darkness. It's like, oh, you guys are F now.
Bugbear monsters are medium in position while they were in past editions. Apparently they were only large in 2nd and 1st edition D&D.
Yeah.
After the 3rd edition, they've always been medium creatures.
Okay. Did they have reach though then? 3rd edition, I think they had like stealth bonuses, but there's a homebrew I saw for monks that added 5 foot of reach, forcing your arms to dislocate for the extra reach. That's funny. Yeah, there were a lot of people when they added bugbears. They were like, "Oh, bugbears with a glaive." It's like, "Yep, great, good job."
Looking at the 3.5 SRD.
No problem, Hash Brown.
Only no.
Interesting.
At least in 3.5, they didn't have like reach.
Yeah, it's a Pathfinder
So
thing.
So apparently, the 5th edition player race for bugbears is a stronger option than the normal bugbear.
That surprises me.
Yeah.
I will change my tone.
Because it just says space/reach 5 foot. So assuming that's just a 5 foot square.
Yeah, that's normal. That's melee range.
Yep.
Largest medium thing is centaurs. NPC centaurs are horse-sized. PC centaurs are pony-sized. Yeah. It's said that the fair race is small, not tiny, but their original ability was the plasmoids can fit through 1-inch cracks of meat. Okay.
They had the option of being small or medium.
Western Justice, I think what you're talking about is the Ant-Man. The Ant-Man thing. Why doesn't Ant-Man just go up Thanos' butt and then make himself big and blow him up? Because people would not stop asking me that after D&D Shorts said that that was a good idea. And I'm like, that's not how anything works. And it makes me mad. So, yeah. Essentially, there are rules for two creatures magically being forced into the same space. And the way magic works is you essentially don't enlarge until you can. So
Yeah. Because if you don't have the space to enlarge, you can't enlarge.
if there is enough force to kill the creature that you are enlarging from, then you would also take that same force damage the other way.
Yeah.
And so there's rules for, like, if you teleport and land in a rock, or if you re-enlarge at a size that you just don't fit, like you basically just get stuck.
Yeah.
And start taking like 1d6 bludgeoning damage a turn or something until you are not stuck anymore.
See Critical Role episode where they fought Immerse Yourself, where they teleported into the dragon. Apparently they also had alert. Yes. Bugbears did. Interesting.
Ah. So you're arguing that even though you now become a large-sized creature, you can still fit through 1-inch cracks? Because that's, I would argue that's not. I wouldn't allow that. Because I think those are prerequisite. What's the word I'm looking for? You can only do that because you are a small size creature. So if you lose your small size abilities, you lose that feature. 1, 2, just because you have the ability to squeeze through, if, like I said, if you can't fit through it, then you become stuck and you would take the same damage you're applying to it. So yeah, that's a little too shenanigan-y for me. Because, like, yeah, if you grow large and then use the ability, then either A, it works, or B, it doesn't. Like, why would it do damage to them? It doesn't make sense. It's an oversized weapon for bugbears. It's an ability they have. Oh, they can use oversized weapons. Okay. Every D&D version has illogical rules. Best to homebrew out anything you think is dumb. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's kind of... I love the rule of cool. But there's also like the rule of intent, or like intended usage of things, that I think people just abuse the hell out of, and I'm not a big fan of that. Well, technically, this says like no. What are you doing?
Yeah. As written, sure, you can say that. However, there's also the thing called the spirit of the rules, and it's like also called common sense. It's like.
Okay, Legend, let me look at this. 5e Monster Manual Bugbear is arguably stronger since it adds an extra damage die to the melee attack. Great axes that do 2d12 would be terrifying. Okay, yeah. I don't know what you're saying. I think there's giving them oversized weapons without the disadvantage penalty. I see. Interesting. I'm not sure. I'd have to look that stuff up. Most beings are not slimes. For the Malkai, how are you? Rules as written when one rule replaces another rule, and also it did not specify while you are large. Correct, Western Just. That's what I'm saying. Like, but the intent of it is that you basically can squeeze through small openings, right? Nowhere in there does it say, if you're large, you explode the door, right? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So you either have to keep the rule as written, that even though you're a large creature, you can squeeze through 1-inch cracks. So you do that, like Santa Claus up a chimney, right? But then you're imposing, which means I get to do damage to the thing I'm traveling through. So you either can do it or you can't. That's the first thing you have to decide. And then why would you impose extra damage to something if you're harmlessly slipping through it? Because otherwise, you're a large-sized creature, and now you're forcing yourself through a 1-inch hole. Why aren't you taking damage? Yeah, so it's just that it's rule of cool has to be balanced with suspension of disbelief. Yeah, so it's weird. If you want to do it, but also take the damage, I'm fine with that. I'd allow that. I think the enlarging inside a creature should be treated like being shunted when leaving a theater. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying earlier. Like, there's rules for taking damage when you're occupying the same space. I think that's fine. I think that's a great way to deal with it. Because yeah. Bugbears can be genuinely terrifying at low levels. They have the potential to one-shot a max HP character. Yeah, especially if they get their sneak bonus. I agree. Yeah, I like tiny and diminutive creatures, but like Pathfinder has the whole system, and I think 3.5 has it too, for like stat shifting things, which they essentially just wrote into the enlarged creature. Like enlarged creatures gives +2 strength or whatever. Like that's just what happens when a creature becomes a larger size or a smaller size. Because you should also be losing AC when you get bigger and stuff like that, unless you have natural armor. I think the natural armor kind of balances it out for your dexterity, so it tends to just be the same, but you usually benefit from being smaller. Since when did D&D start trying to be believable? Yeah, that's true. Like I said, I think it's really just my problem comes when people just disregard the basic rule sets in lieu of wanting to cheese the game a little bit. I'd like to take this level 1 spell and my ability to squeeze into stuff to one-shot a character, please. It's like, no? That's not how that works. What do you see? I have this feat called backflip, and I would like to backflip the dragon's heart out of its body. No, that's not how that works.
I would like to use create water to drown someone.
Technically, your lungs are a container. Which I think is why they started writing unoccupied container.
Yeah.
Lungs are not unoccupied. They are currently in use. It was the old 3.8 rules for monster levels that would just let you start a monster at level 1. It's very not at full power. Yeah, I like that. That template system for that works really well too, because then you're getting monster feats. And if you want to do something like make a bugbear druid, but you want all the sweet bugbear feats in the book, basically just look at their level, start there, and then start adding druid levels. That works out. It works out really well. Like it does. It's simple to do. It's always try to be believable, not realistic. The key to all fantasy. That's fair. 5e seems unwilling to budge on the size categories for PCs. So the reason they're doing that is because then they have control over what people are doing in their books, right? Like they can write everything with the knowledge that there should not be a large size creature. Like, if someone had a tiny size creature, this puzzle is just instantly solved. Like, you just instantly win the game. So by them eliminating that, they can have a lot more control over building and balancing their games. So 5e is very much based around their settings, module settings, because that's basically where they make their money. Like that's what makes them the most money. So they focus on a lot, and that came with simplifying. It's like, cool, don't have to worry about flying, don't have to worry about different sizes, different armor sizes, different weapon sizes, costs of different things, because all of those rules exist in 3.5, and you can look them up and use them, and they're great. But just as is, it doesn't have to do that. Savage species rules are pretty good. Yeah, I have that book right now. I'm reading it. It's great.
Because second edition Pathfinder kind of does the same thing with like their
Pathfinder just explained it better. They basically say like, we are not going to give any creatures these abilities base, so that our books are balanced, and then you can only get those abilities by talking to your DM. But they were very open about like, talk to your DM, and if your DM thinks you should have it, give it to them. Totally fine. But
I feel like that's also been said about D&D, but people just don't listen.
Yeah. Yep, that's probably fair.
Just a second.
You have to be able to see a container to use create water on it. The lungs aren't even an option. If you can see the lungs are dying anyway, so that's funny. That's why I only play rules as written. if I'm going to strategize, I want to do it with as little DM friction as possible. That's fair. I think there's the thing I see people do the most is they're like, I'll only play rules as written, and then they just complain because, like, oh, I can't do this. It's like you're the one imposing that on yourself. Like, you could do that. You just need to talk to your DM about it.
Yeah.
So, but no module is built to deal with druids or Aarakocras. Yep. The Aarakocras was an example of them kind of going lenient on that because so many people wanted flying in the game.
Yeah.
And like I
There's
said,
also a
sorry, like I said, in my short, if flying defeats your campaign, you need to write better. So,
yeah.
So you're saying Pathfinder's a better choice? Yes. Fear of flying is a real thing for uncreative DMs. Yeah.
I was going to say though, with the Aarakocra, they were a free race that they did for their elemental book. So I imagine there were probably cases where having a flying creature would be very beneficial. Like, not like broken, but like kind of part of the game.
When you're trying to run D&D like a tabletop WoW game, you're gonna have problems. Yeah. Yeah, because WoW is designed as technically a 2D battlefield. Like, it's not meant to go up and down. Mm-hmm. Ogres are fun. And just remember, it's not supposed to be players versus DM. So,
yeah.
If you're only playing a flying character,
since...
yeah, since Gygax.
Yeah. Gygax, kind of a problem DM.
I want this kobold to be wearing like a really comfortable hoodie because he's so tired.
So, college student kobold.
Yep.
Been a week studying for a biochem test. That may be too real for some people.
Organic chemistry. Pain in the ass.
Yep. So sorry for all the biology students I knew who were going into med school. It's like, let's be you.
With 0% RP, 100% pain, yeah. There's no flying race concepts. The no flying race concept was now infected the new D&D, removing a 14th level sorcerer's ability to grow wings in one D&D, which is dumb. That's weird. I feel like by level 14, flying should not be an option, or should not be a problem.
Yeah.
Like level 5, I think people can fly by level 5. Yeah, I know Hades. Hades is good. Tiamat University. I feel like I'm being tricked, but it's fine.
I don't think there's a Tiamat University.
think that's about it. I think that's all I've got. It is past 2 o'clock. I'm gonna go try to get the tile packs all set up. So if you are a Patreon member, look out for that. We'll post that up there. I'm not sure how I'm going to do the whole sticker sale thing, but if people want to buy stickers, let me know. I'm going to try to post up something about that for Discord. New stickers will be going out hopefully next week. Just waiting on one more sticker to be mailed to me. And then, yeah. That's where we're at. That is where we're at. Tomorrow is Thursday. I'll be working on a commission. I'm not sure if I'll do that on Twitch or YouTube, but we will be doing that. Commissions are open if people are interested, and hopefully a new video will be coming out pretty soon. Hopefully, we'll see how that goes. But that's all I got. That's all I got. Thanks for hanging out today. Let's see if there's any. Thanks for all the great suggestions. We'll continue this up on Friday. See if anybody's around for a quick raid. No. All right. I think that's it. Thanks again, everybody. Stay happy, stay healthy, keep your dice on the table. I'll post all these in the Discord if people want to use them for their character sheets and stuff. But have a wonderful, wonderful day, and keep your dice on the table. Bye, everybody.